Hey y'all, thank you for being here. We're going to start with City Beauty Lip Oil. Of course, today we're going to be using our MAC Connecting Color Future Flames palette. And this is what that looks like. And this is what the inside looks like. Of course, I don't have a plan, but that is what we are going to be using. So the formal dinner is tonight. What am I looking around for? The formal dinner is tonight. What am I looking? I'm looking to see where my lip products are. Y'all, wait a minute. And I'm saying wait, like, where are my other lip products? What the heck? Oh. I did just get back up from resting a few moments ago, and so we're gonna do this. We're gonna do the whole face again, and yeah, the lighting in here. I have no lights on this side. Do I want to go scoot over and pick up one real quick? Not pick up one, turn one on. Yo, I don't know what I'm saying. Alright, so we're going to try to breeze through this. Once we start using the palette, it's going to be easy because this is an easy palette to work with. I think I do want to turn that light on. Excuse me, y'all. Okay, yeah. And I'm hoping the brushes will be dry in the morning, but if not, I do have enough, because this one I did not use yesterday. But the powder brush, these two, are they dry now? Yeah, these two took longer to dry, and then the eye brushes, and of course the eye brushes are thinner than that one. And I was thinking to do away with the Sigma brush book because it is so large and bulky, even though that doesn't bother me. But then I thought, like if I do have, because I have like two brushes I use for foundation in there in case one doesn't dry. What am I looking for? Oh, you know what? I did toss that Fenty pencil, so I'm gonna grab a new one. And so I had two foundation brushes in there. There is, I think that's dry skin. It is right there. So let's do the brows. So Academy has been good. It's been good. It's a good class. And so of course I can't say much, but it's a good class. And so I do enjoy being here. This is my way of giving back. And yeah, I'm having a hard time because I came in further this way. Let me just hurry up though. You have to break in the new pencil. Alright. What am I going to talk about? I don't know. I spent 2 hours last night scheduling next week's lives, and you'll see this way after. And did the thumbnails, did the description boxes, all of that back end stuff. And you will have seen that way before this, but Monday we're doing Unpack With Me. No, why are we doing Unpack With Me Monday? And then Tuesday we were going to do, no, Monday is our roundup for March, even though it'll be the 30th, Wait a minute. Yeah, Monday is unpack with me. I think I might change that to something else. Because I know I'm going to unpack when I get home. And Tuesday we were going to do the roundup for March. Tuesday is the 31st. So I need to rethink. I mean, I could leave this stuff in there. But some of it are my staple items and you know I'm going to use. What was I thinking? I don't know. Alright, this part is wide. Alright, I am struggling. Yeah, that is wide. Let's bring this down some and bring this up some. Okay, this might work. Well, it's we're gonna make it work. So it's not much. I may or may not stop at MAC. It depends on how I feel before I even get home, like whether I detour to go to MAC, because I do want to replace High Drama. Yo, that is nuts. This and I do want some of their lip pencils, which would mean decluttering some of my lip pencils. And I do feel weird saying that, getting more lip pencils, because I don't always line my lips, but I have been doing it lately. And I'm just trying to round this out because this side is very square. This is not it. This is not it. Oh gosh. Because this looks like it has a tip, which it does. And then you bring this side up a little bit further. Yeah, we need to get to the face and get that done. And this side is sharp. This side is not sharp. What saves me is I do wear glasses. So we're just going to leave it. They are not in the same place. This is here. This one is further this way. And usually that's how it is anyway. Excuse me. Milk Hydro Grip Primer with the Fenty foundation. Why did I do 2 pumps of this? Do I usually do 2 pumps of this? I think I do. I don't know. And 1 pump of the foundation. So let's get that on. Get it on and popping. So we're going to mix this. Put this on our face. We're going to use our Swan palette today. The Hourglass Swan palette. And I thought to mix them, because I do sometimes mix the 2 palettes, use colors from both, but I don't know if I have that much thinking capacity at the moment, so but we'll see. And I do want to wash these brushes before I go back downstairs, and that only takes like 3 or 4 minutes, just to ensure, or hope to ensure, that the powder brushes that I used will be dry in the morning. And if not, I'll just use the Make a Forever brush, which I probably only used this a handful of times. But I like this, and that's why I always kept it. But, well, maybe, you know what? We'll use that today. Yeah, we'll use that today. Yeah. I made a decision that I'm going to declutter when I get home. Why do I feel like I didn't put anything here? I made a decision that when I get home to declutter my dim light, because dim light is in the Swan palette, but I like having the larger compact, which I did actually bring, because then I can use a large brush. But since a certain person sent me stuff, I'm like running a little low on space, and so I have been like moving stuff around, reorganizing where stuff is, and so that would give me more space in that storage container that holds my blushes, bronzers, and highlighters. So that would give me a little bit more space in there. And I don't use them like that often. And because that does dim down, and we're not going to want to dim down. We're also going to use a mood light, and so we're going to do powder down. This is my Passion Care powder. So yeah, so what side are we going to use from this? We're going to use this side. We're going to go under the eyes first. And I remember I used to use my the brush I use for concealer and foundation. I used to use to powder down under my eyes. I don't know why I got away from that. You know what? This is nice. I mean, it is still leaving a lot of dust in the air, but it seems to be less, and maybe because it's less on the brush, and it gives me a more direct focus of where I'm pressing the powder. And I might just be making that up. I don't know. But so I did watch. Well, I played Genesis live, and I had it 2 clicks above mute, and of course I didn't want to disturb my roommates. And I think, and actually when I saw the notification for her live, I was editing the live streams that I scheduled for next week. So I had 2 clicks above mute, and I asked, you know, can you hear this? Because I'm over here, they were over there. And one was like, yeah, a little bit. And so I clicked it down 1, and I said, do you still hear it? And they were like, yeah, but it's okay. So just that hesitation, I'm like, you know what? So I just put it on mute. So I clicked it down 1 more, which was mute. Because it's safe to say none of us really gets enough sleep here, and so I didn't want to disturb them because they were already in the bed, and I would have been if I wasn't insisting on scheduling those lives. And so I put in the chat, hey, I'm here, but I have you on mute so I don't disturb my roommates. I'll play and listen again, you know, later. And I saw Jadeza do something like, or something like that. So yeah, and I think I'll watch that back when I get home, actually, because I am going to couch rot for a little bit. So this is the Swan palette. We're going to take Natural Bronze. I'm thinking if I want to use this side of the brush, but this fits in here. This fits in here nicely too. Let's just, okay, let me stop being indecisive. So this is not, this is like a nice, it's just like a nice hint of color. And this one is Natural Bronze. When I did my look yesterday, because before the break, I told them, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go play with my face. And when I went back down, they were like, oh, a couple of them was like, oh, when you meant play with your face, I didn't know what you meant, but that looks really good. I was like, thank you. They were like, oh. And I'm gonna leave that there. So, some of the work on the other side of things I was going to do while I was here, I didn't. I didn't have the mental energy to do it, and I don't want to like half-ass it. So depending on how I'm feeling, tomorrow when I get home, some stuff will be done. Depending on how I'm feeling Monday, some stuff will be done. We're going to use the same, actually we're going to move to this side of the brush, and we're going to take this dark shade, this one, well, it's not dark, but Fusion, Mauve Fusion. And so we're going to put this back here. This does fit in here nicely, and this is domed, and so tapping it in straight is only just like on the center of the brush. I'm not sure how I feel about that, and you know why? It's just because I'm just used to a different type of brush to put the products on, but it is going. This does give me a more direct focus of where the product goes. We're gonna switch over to this shade, and this one is Luminous Coral. We're gonna put that right here on the, so the first shade is here to here, This one is going to go like right here. So we're going to put this here. And I am liking bringing my blush in further than I used to. It may be because I can see how it does help structure my face. Maybe that's what it is. And so, yeah, I'm really digging it. We're going to take Sunset Flush, and we're just going to put this right here. Sort of like a blush light. And then we're going to go back to this side of the brush and hopefully, but it doesn't look like it's any bronzer left in there. We're going to go into Golden Hour and we're going to put this here. Yep. Oof. Oof. Yeah. You know what? I like this brush for this. I don't buy dual-ended brushes because how this, I store my brushes standing up, as you know, if you've been here. And so, but for this though, I did not mean to do it up here. We're going to flip to the other side and go back into the bronzer shade, Natural Bronze, and we're just going to put some of that right here. And I probably could have used the side I just used the highlighter with for it. Because I wasn't quite liking how that was looking. We are going to use dim light from in here, and then we're going to switch to the, well, you know what, let's just switch to, no, dim light as our finishing powder, because it does kind of dim stuff down. So we're going to focus it like right here though, because that highlighter was beaming. Yeah, so it did take it down some. So that's what dim light does for me. And so my other one, I have a label that says Eternal Light, so I know that that's the one that's in there. And so this one I'll just put dim light. So if I do want dim light, I'll just use that. Just like if I want Eternal Light, I'll use the other one. I don't put this under my eyes though, because of the tone of it makes my under eye look a little funky. So we're gonna go in with Luminous Light. And we're going to just take that same side and we're going to put that under here. And, ooh, we've been here 20 minutes already. Ooh, I just grazed my eyeball. Looking up at the time and not looking at what I was doing. And so, we're just going to put this a little bit all over to the luminosity. Make me look like I'm glowy. Alright, so we're going to put that down. Inner Realms. Inner Realms. We're going to, did we use these yesterday? No, we used the liners, the stuff I used yesterday I put over there, so we did not. We're going to put this on Inner Realms. This one is Pool Shark. This one is The Last Word. This is going to go on lower lash line. Once we start with the eyes, oh, I can barely see down here. It's dark down here. What was I saying? I don't know what I was saying. It's kind of dark down here. So I'm curious, what's for dinner? The formal dinner. The dinner, I mean, the food is good anyway. That they make for us. Some of us faculty do, well actually they do, okay, let me start over. There's a few of us that just do presentations and we co-present like a panel discussion type. It may be 2 of us, it may be 3 of us. Sometimes it may be, 4 of us. And then there's kitchen faculty and like cleanup crew, stuff like that. But they also do a couple classes too, just to give a balance to the information that's presented and the discussions. And so the food they fix for us is always good. We do use the hotel's breakfast, their continental breakfast. But as far as lunch, dinner, and snacks, the kitchen faculty for Academy do that. So it's like everybody has a purpose, everybody has a job. And we are a well-oiled machine, and it's really nice just to know, you know, what's expected and what our tasks are. And it's like when I was saying how my Hawaiian friends, how when they're family they roll in packs, and when they get busy everybody has a specific thing to do. As I thought about it, that's what it's like here. Like everybody has their specific task. The Scandinavia Bridal Formula spray, wipe some of that off the eyelid, and then we're gonna go in with, we're also, for empty, or not that it's empty, we're going to get rid of this too while we're here. So this is going to be decluttered as well. I did put it on yesterday and I forgot, it felt grainy, and I did put it over a lipstick, which I know already that it's going to break down the matte-ness of the lipstick. But because I had already eaten lunch, the interior of my lip, you know, the lipstick had worn off, and it didn't look bad. It didn't look bad. But when I went back down, I said, let me just put gloss on, because then that'll mask where the lipstick broke down at. But it was just so grainy, and even doing this, and I don't know if it was just causing the lipstick to pill, P-I-L-L, or whatever, but it was just like, ugh. And even when I would wipe my lips off, when I put that on earlier today, I just don't like how it feels. And maybe I put too much, because I do like the gloss bombs, and I don't use it often. And so I found myself reaching again for this one, the Lip Glass Air, and I have a total of 5 of those, me who doesn't wear a lot of lip glosses. And so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and declutter that one. And yeah, so that would be something else. So we're getting rid of, well, we used up our brow pencil, we used up the night lip oil, we'll be done with the Beyond mascara, and we're gonna get rid of that Fenty gloss bomb. And so I'm just like, okay, we are doing it, y'all. I mean, I picked up the wrong one. So Groundwork Paint Pot. I'm wondering too if we're going to just use the same brush for all of the eyeshadow. And you see how some of this is looking dry, looking ashy or whatever. Yes, I do really feel like it's near the end, because sometimes it does look dry, like it's not, well, like it's dry. So I do feel good about, you know, just calling it for that one and for the mascara, because the mascara definitely is a lot more thick than when I first opened it. And so the mascara at my station that's unopened is hella thick from Fenty, so we're going to be rocking that one for that clink for a while. I should move that over here, even though I do think we're going to use maybe the same brush for the whole thing, or not. Yeah, you know, we're going to, which one do I want to use though for the whole thing? This brush. This one, I don't know what number this is. This is the 305. And so I do think we'll just use it for the whole thing. So, ooh, been at 23 minutes. So this is what it looks like. We're going to take, we're going to take this shade here, which is La Vida Mocha. And we're going to pop this right here. I do wish this mirror was a little bit taller. This is the one that I brought with me today, and so that's all it does. And it does bend and all of that, as you can see from the stand part. But it is low. Get low, get low, get low. Oh, this is like not there. Down here I can see it. I feel like I say that a lot. I don't know why I went like up to the brow, because I like that. That's why. I was asked to participate in another collab from Leah on Instagram, the one that does creative art with her, and I am excited. And I went to one of my best Judy's. This brow, y'all, was like, what's up? And this one's like, I don't know. But we're gonna leave it, I'm being silly. Now we're gonna take this, ooh, are we? We're gonna take this one. It's going monochromatic, and I have gotten looks from here that were not monochromatic, even though it was still in the same family, just mixing the different colors. How this is more, has like a purplish tone to it. This one's more red. This one is like a light orange, you know what I mean? So this, where did we just go? Did we just go in this one or this one? We went in this one, and this shade is Coppering, and we're going to put that next to it. I do recommend these palettes. Of course, there's links and codes and stuff down below for a lot of stuff. And I do, if you shop Ulta, I do recommend getting these at Ulta when they have their 20% off prestige items. Sometimes the MAC's website have sales, but not, it doesn't seem like they're too often. So that's that. Now we're looking at the shapes. Now we're going to go into this one here, which is Flamboyant, and we're going to put that here. This is nice. So there, this is an easy palette to use. For those who do enjoy monochromatic looks, you will love this palette if this is your color story. I know reddish tones don't look good on everyone. But you also have an option, you know, this shade, this one we used, this one, this outer corner if you want to, transition if you want to. So there are still options to not have red, but if you don't like how you look in reds, I don't recommend it because, well, maybe, I don't know, put a red lower lash line if that's something that you do. Now we're going to take Embark, this shade here, same brush, and we're going to put this, oh, that's nice, how that deepen that up. And so we're going to try to leave it like right there. So hopefully I can do the same thing on the other side. So what did I do? I was just down here and feathered it upward, and I didn't move the brush up this way. So then we just feathered in. Yeah, okay. All right, I'm gonna have to feather up here because that's what I did on the other side. So we're not gonna do a wing or anything like we did yesterday. We're not gonna do that. Or are we? Because I'm just... This side seems to me to... Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna leave that like that. I like it. Put that brush down. Is this eye tearing upward? Damn it, it is. I'm gonna take a completely different brush. Go back into that first shade. I feel it tearing right here. I'll check it again before I leave. One of the benefits of wearing glasses is, you know, you don't always see stuff like that. Once I have my glasses on, I'm gonna take this brush. This side, the shadows look a little higher up, but I don't want to do too much up there. We're gonna take this shade down here, which is Dada Issues. No, it's not. Yeah, Dada Issues. So we're just gonna tap straight in there. This one is a Real Techniques. I don't know, 3 something. And these came in a set, these purple ones. And I like them enough to keep them, even though I started preferring other brushes. And so that's why I tucked these away, but they do come in handy. So it is like a complete set for an entire eye look. And so that's a good thing. So so I'm thinking about dismantling the brush book. But then if and just bring extra powder brushes, or not, because not using these two, like if I use them and they're still damp the next day, then I can use this one, you know what I mean? And so I could, because just carrying this is a whole lot less space. And I know I said before, the size of the brush book doesn't bother me. That is bulky. It does fit easily in my carry-on with my other stuff. So it really is not a problem. This eye is still tearing upward. We're going to take this brush, whatever number, looks like 306, and we're going to use the tip of the brush. Ooh, excuse me for that glare. And we're just tapping in, not tapping off, and we're just going to make this line right here. And I do have some in my brows. What brush did I? Yeah. And because we did that side, we'll just do that side just a little bit. I like how I like how that looks. Having this green on lower lash line, I'm wondering like what do I want to put under there? Are we going to use the same brush? Not that one. This one for lower lash line. I'm going to take this right here, first half lower lash line. This shade is Amber Light. And so we're going to put this here. Ooh, some of it flaked up into my eye, so that means that side is going to start tearing. We're gonna put that here. This does bring it down further than when I do the Fenty 220 brush, just because it's wider. Even using the tip of it, it is still wider, but y'all know I do sometimes end up lowering it down anyway. Now this eye is tearing from when I shadow flaked in my eye. So now we're going to take, what do we want to take? Worldwide Wine. And we're going to put that out here. Worldwide Wine. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shades out of this 12 pan palette that we're using. I do have a red eyeliner from Inglot, but I don't want to do red. So I want to just add like some more color, since this is monochromatic. This eye is tearing upward. Oh man, we've been here 31 minutes. Okay, we're doing okay. So being able to rest a little bit when I'm not doing a presentation or co-panel type thing, presentation, like I do feel okay, because usually I'm just like, oh my gosh, which in the mornings I am, because we have breakfast at 7:30, and like, oh. Almost everyone today was so quiet this morning, like we were all just done. Taking that first shade, that first color, this is the brush we use for that, because this is very teary in here. It does camouflage itself when it is a shimmer versus a matte. It's like a clear hole where the shadow washed away. So we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shades out of here. Okay, so we're gonna put that down. So that was really quick. You see what I'm saying with that palette? What eyeliner? I think I could do this one just so we can see, even though it has that shift. Let's do this just to see. What I really want to do is that green. You know, we'll do the green and then maybe put this on top of it. So we're going to do. So we're going to. Do I need to put Dory line in here? Most likely. There's shadow on this side too. Do I need to put Dory line in here? Let's see. It would definitely make it a little bit easier. Alright, so Dory line. We're not going to push the lid. We're just going to let. Yeah, we're going to push the lid. 2 drops, and I tried to make one drop just went down into the center, the other one I put here on the side, and then we're going to put this on. It does make it a whole lot easier. I realized I haven't used the lethal water activated eyeliners in a long time, and I do miss them, but then there's times like if my eyes are teary, I'm like, okay, not going to use that, it'll just wash away, and then it'll like seep into my eyes. I like this. And then sometimes I just don't feel like dealing with the water. But that bundle, it is a lot of really fun colors. Old colors, unusual liner colors. And I like that. Let's do this side first. And bring it back. And do the other side. Bring it back. Bring this out a little bit further. The other side, this is out a lot further. Well, not a lot, but I went to the end of the shadow. And again, with glasses on, you're not going to really see much of it. So I'm definitely going to watch these two before I go downstairs if I have time. Or actually all of them, because it's only just, you know. Oh, we were going to put this on. Am I going to use that same brush? No, we're going to use this Melt Cosmetics brush. I'm just, you know, going back and forth in here. We're going to put that on top of here. Oh, wow. It looks like there's nothing there, but then when I turn, I see different shifts. If anything, it's just making it look golden. Not sure how I feel about that. So I'm not going to do the wing. Well, I should do the wing part, because then I'll look at it later and then I'll see something different than what I'm seeing now. What is up here? There's, you know, my eyeliner transferred. There's a little bit of green up here. So where do I want to take this all the way out? Let's just do it. Because I'll look later, as I said, and be able to see the colors differently than what I'm seeing down here. But yeah, it's just making it look a little golden a little bit. This will be nice for graphic looks too, because it is a dual chrome, multi-chrome, chrome. And so that's that. So what, I don't remember what, I think we used Embark glass for this. Let's not take that brush. Let's take this brush and just back and forth over where that green liner transferred. And that takes care of that. Mascara. Everything's right in front of me. And I'm just like, where is stuff? And they're tearing on my outer corners now too. My eyes teared a lot this morning. Like a lot, for like over an hour. So we're at 37 minutes. Okay. Yeah, I might have to just wash the brushes later. We'll see, because it's not going to take long. If I finish getting dressed, I have on my lounging pants. This is the shirt that I'm wearing. Don't have to worry about doing anything to my hair. I didn't even bring a brush this time, y'all, because I just cut my hair Sunday morning before I showered and went to bed. And for like the first 4 or 5 days, I don't brush my hair because it doesn't look like anything. It's not going to move. It's just, you know, because it's so short, it's just going to stay. And so I did not even bring a brush this time. And I do keep one in the console in my vehicle. So like if I am somewhere, or if I'm wearing a hat and then like I'm like, oh, okay, let me take the hat off, and then I'm like, oh, I need to brush my hair. So I have a brush that just lives in, it's not the console, it's the armrest in my vehicle. So that's what we're gonna originally browse like that. This mascara, y'all, I like this mascara. But yeah, we're gonna be done with that this weekend. What are we gonna do? We're gonna Mold Wine Magic, I think we're gonna use today. And that is this. I could do, no. So we're gonna do Mold Wine Magic, which is described as matte deep brown wine, and we're going to use this lip liner, suede matte lip liner. Sometimes I see the suede matte ones are still for sale, and then sometimes they're not. I think it depends on what site it is on. And so we're going to line our lips with this, and then put on lipstick, and we will be done with this look. I went up too far right here, so let's shoot. It's not too, So I'm going directly on the line over here because of this right here. That I went up a little higher. I still feel the lip oil on my lips, and so this liner is just like skirt skirt, So we're going to go on the line a little over, well, actually directly on the line. And that'll make it, well, hopefully match the other side, but you're going to fill in as well. So if the lipstick does wear off on the interior, hopefully the lip liner will still be there. Hung Vanko had mentioned that, and I'm like, I knew that was a thing, because I used to do that before when I used to match my lip liner with the lipstick. And then it's like, if the lipstick wears off, the lip liner is still there, and it's still the same color, because it's the same color as the lipstick, and people don't notice that it wore off. But because of the shape of my lips, sometimes it'll wear off in here, or like this part, and not much I can do about that, because that's the equivalent to my inner is this part on the inside. But toilet paper multiply magic, and we can put that there because we used that yesterday. So I am making sure to use this much. So we're gonna be left with a lip liner and lipstick unused, unless we layer. And I am like trying to make a conscious effort to use the makeup that I brought with me. And I know tomorrow I'll be taking home 30 brushes. And I could wash them, but then I'd take them home wet, and I don't want to do that. So this is what we got. So I am, oh shoot. So I am gonna take pictures. Shoot. Yeah, so this look is done, y'all. 42 minutes and some seconds. So thank you for being here, y'all. I appreciate ya. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button. Consider joining a membership and click join just to see the perks. And then if they entice you, then go ahead and join. And make sure you check out the information down below, especially if you like to shop. So thank you, and as always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.